and I'm with my girl, Miss Shirley. Don't play. Miss Boots on the Ground. Miss Viral, little 4-year-old, right?
What's the procedure? Well, bad girl get her hair done.
You gonna show us how to line dance?
Yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Janae, and in today's video we're going to talk about the little girl that been doing a little boots on the ground. What them fans say, what them fans say. Because the internet has been in a frenzy about this whole situation, and I want to get my 2 cents about it and talk about it as well, because there is a conversation to be had about children being exploited on the internet. So if you don't know who Miss Shirley is, Miss Shirley is a 3-year-old. I think she's 3. She's a toddler, nevertheless. And her video went viral of her doing this little line dance, and ever since then it's been up for Miss Shirley. And so a lot of people are concerned about Miss Shirley. Given the name itself, Miss Shirley, sounds a little concerning, because like, what 3-year-old name is Miss Shirley?
Hold on, you mean to tell me Miss Shirley is a toddler? Miss Shirley is a little girl? I have seen a few videos of people talking about, oh, why y'all got Miss Shirley at the trail ride? Why is Miss Shirley teaching people line dances, right? Whole time I'm thinking the discourse is because Miss Shirley is old and she needs to sit the fuck down somewhere. I'll go look up Miss Shirley. Bitch, that is a fucking toddler. Why are we calling a toddler Miss? Better yet, why are you as a parent allowing grown-ass men and women to call your child Miss Shirley? Like, I don't give a fuck about the line dances. I don't give a fuck about the outfits. I am more concerned about the fact that a toddler is being called Miss Shirley. Like Miss Pearly? Like, was Little Shirley not a fucking option? Furthermore, why the fuck does that baby have an old woman name? Shirley is a 75-year-old woman that keeps soft peppermints in her fucking purse. Shirley is not the name for a little girl in 2025. Shirley is up there with goddamn Ethel and fucking Ruth Ann. And if Miss Shirley is just a character that they have created for their daughter, why the fuck is Miss Shirley a character that you would choose to create for a fucking toddler?
Your toddler is on OnlyFans, but you're calling us haters? When I first saw Miss Shirley's video, the little toddler doing the boots on the ground dance with a little fan and popping her hip, I thought it was a harmless little cute video. She sees everyone else doing the line dance. She's of course going to copy it, because that's what kids do. No harm in it. And the mother started doing bookings. People questioned that at first, but I saw JoJo Siwa. She made millions of dollars for doing bookings for kids' parties and kid events. So I'm like, okay, well, there's no hurt in that. No, her bookings are at nightclubs and bars. Even when she met the singer of the Boots on the Ground song, they met at a club. I don't know him from a can of paint, but I would never let a random grown man I've never met a day in my life pick up my toddler daughter. Then there's the meet and greets, y'all. Every single one of her meet and greets are just random strangers picking up that little girl and taking pictures. Mind you, there's not another child in sight. But to then go onto OnlyFans, now we know you can have an account without doing risque things. The thing about it is people can pay you to request certain videos. That is 1000% what that mother is doing. So to call us haters, we're just looking out for your daughter, because that's exactly the type of person you are.
So it seems to kind of like, one thing we do know, right, is that Black children are victims of adultification quite often, right? And so a lot of people are concerned about this little girl touring, going around the country, dancing, popping her butt out, which is like the most concern. Is like when you see that pop, pop, pop. And you'll see some of these clips, because I'm going to play some clips of people giving their opinion of them being concerned, like she don't really know the dance itself, as someone said, and then like all she knows the pop, pop, pop part of the routine. And so like people are concerned because of the amount of saves that her videos are getting, and her going around grown men and them holding and picking her up. Miss Shirley, they're mad at Miss Shirley's parents, more specifically her mom. I don't know where her dad is. I haven't really seen her dad or heard much about her father, but the concerns has been the mom basically exploiting her child for moolah. And we've seen this before, but we're gonna, with another Miss Shirley, Shirley Temple, Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, and Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Brown. We've seen a lot of child stars who parents seemingly pimped them out for money. But we're gonna kind of stick to the topic at hand with Miss Shirley. So, girl, the most concerning, I'm not gonna even put this clip in here. The most concerning video I seen of Miss Shirley was when she was in that red dress. Y'all, picture a 2-year-old or 3-year-old with put on that red dress. I don't really know the rest of the words to the song, but picture that, right? Red lipstick, red dress, putting on a red heel. So like a slow jam? Girl, hell no. That bothered me the most than her like doing that pop, pop, pop. Because it's like, now you're really trying it. Whoever recorded and posted this video, which was likely her mom, you're really trying it. And that was way before she got the notoriety of doing the boots on the ground dance. Girl. So the other thing, and the reason why I'm making this video is now because a lot of people are speaking up about it. At first, I really didn't pay that much attention to it because one, I don't listen to loud dance music, that's not my thing. But I didn't think too much about it until I saw the first video of someone like being so concerned because she's dressed appropriately. Everything seems appropriate, but it's just kind of like the pop, pop, pop that got a lot of people concerned, which is concerning. To me, that red dress video did it for me. And just being mindful of who holds your child, because you'll see clips, and I probably played it, but I'll put it in a video, like her running up to this man. I guess it was the guy who created the Boots on the Ground song. I don't know, girl. But like just running up to him, he's holding her, someone like getting emotional because they met Miss Shirley. And it's like, girl, not everyone has the best intentions for your children. I don't believe in putting your children on the internet or your child on the internet because it's just too many weirdos out there. But if you are going to do it, you need to be very mindful. And so like, it's really scary now. And if I could find a clip, I'll put it in here. This man talking about the dangers of putting your children on the internet and how they can create AI corn and put your baby face on it.
I'm just telling parents, you have no clue how bad it is. An image of your child on the internet that you're trying to show people on social media, they can take the face of your child and make a porn movie with your child, animated, artificial intelligence, that everything's real. You can't tell the difference. Then they can insert themselves into this porn film. There were over 33 million images transferred or downloaded last year. And our Justice Department, just over 300 cases were prosecuted. We could be getting a lot more pedophiles. The problem, it's so much bigger than people know.
From what I understand, the U.S. is the largest consumer of underage pornography.
I believe there are so many pedophiles in the U.S. that it's beyond not safe anymore. So one thing parents really don't understand is how absolutely dangerous it is right now. And it's to the point where you shouldn't be vigilant, you should be hypervigilant. And I don't use that term lightly, but that's the state our nation is in regarding the safety of our children and welfare. One of the fastest growing groups of people viewing child sexual abuse images are young men in their 20s.
Yeah, it's a hell no for me when it comes to putting my child on the internet. And I know a lot of my family members don't agree, don't necessarily understand, but it's not your child and it's not for you to understand because it's my baby who I have to protect at the end of the day. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So another person who I thought about, and shout out to Oracle, I can't think of her name, but her name is Shelby on YouTube, but I think her Twitter name is Oracle, you'll see, whatever. But she posted a clip of Shirley Temple because she was like, this kind of oddly reminds me of Shirley Temple.
I love to hug and kiss you. Marry me and let me be your wife. Ooh. In every dream I caress you.
And so if y'all don't know the history of Shirley Temple, it's very sad, okay? She was exploited, used, and adultified in the industry. And we all know how Hollywood get down and how odd Hollywood is. And it is full of you-know-whats, pedophiles, PDF files. And so you see clips, and I'm going to put it in here, like when she was singing to this man. I may not put the songs, I'm probably going to get copyright, but she's talking to an older man and singing a love song to him. Mind you, she's probably like 8 and he's like 30. I don't know, too old to be inappropriate, just inappropriate. And then I think she wrote a book, but then she does an interview. And in this interview, she's talking about when she was 12, I want to say, and she was switching from Fox to MGM, and how the man got naked in front of her.
When I left Fox, I went to MGM for one picture, thank goodness only one. And when I got there with my mother, we were separated. She went into the office of Louis B. Mayer, and I went into the office of Arthur Freed. And he was going to talk to me about a movie he wanted to put me in. I'm 12 years old, you know. And I thought he was a producer, but instead he was an exhibitor. And I'd never seen anyone naked before, except myself. So I had no clue about what was happening. And so it struck me so funny, I laughed at him. And I laughed uproariously. I had tears, you know, and he got infuriated. And he said, out, 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 go.
Did you tell your mother?
Well, I was very quiet. I went down and met her in the lobby of the administration building. She came out very quietly from Louis B. Mayer's office, and we walked hand in hand silently to the car, which was unusual. We got in the car driving home. I said, Mom, you won't believe what happened to me. And I told her what happened, and she got kind of quiet, and she said, well, you don't know what happened to me. And Louis B. Mayer wasn't as bad as Freed was to me.
Have you tried it?
He came on to my mother. And so we both decided that we didn't like MGM much. It was, you know, it was better at Fox.
And she responded how a young preteen girl would, who doesn't really understand what's happening. And it's like, come on now. So it's like, we have to be mindful when it comes to children being put on the internet. No, Miss Shirley is not our child. We are the internet aunties and they don't care as long as the money is coming in. That's all they really care about. Because little girl also posted a video saying, where them haters at?
Where them haters at? Where them haters at?
Girl, and it's just like, now you know she did not say, Mom, I want to create a video and say, where them haters at? We know she didn't do that. We know she didn't do that. That was her mom. Like, come on now, stop playing with us right now. We know that was all you, Mom, telling Miss Shirley on the internet and do that, because that's too much for a child. You are adultifying a child for income. This is like, you're looking at your child at this point as a commodity. Like, you're turning her into a brand to get money. And there are laws out there. And I didn't do the research for the purpose of this video. But I have talked about it before, but there are laws out there that protect children and protect child influencers. And so, but now the other issue, right, is what we are now seeing, like the long-term effect, like outside of like the children of Hollywood, of these mom influencers and putting their children on the internet. And now we're seeing the long-term mental and psychological effect that it is having on these kids of like putting them out there on the internet for the world to judge. And a lot of times these children don't want to do it. Now, there is this one influencer who I respect, Gina Janine. She posts her children on the internet, right? But they're older. They're preteens, teenagers. I want to say they're preteens. But like her son, like the middle kid, her son, oftentimes he doesn't want to be on camera and she doesn't put him on camera. And I mean, as simple as that, because she's not using him for clicks and views and money. And that's what's happening with Miss Shirley. And it's just kind of like, let a child be a child, right? It's just concerns because there are people who have ill intentions on the internet. And when you put something out on the internet, it's there forever and there's nothing you can do. And this video is not to shame the little girl. By all means, this is not what it's about. It's basically to kind of raise awareness or put you on notice of being mindful of putting your children out on the internet. And understanding that there are weirdos on the internet. And understanding that there are men out there and women. Because we are seeing a lot of women, a lot of these school teachers who are forming inappropriate relationships or having inappropriate interactions on the internet when it comes to children. So let me know what you guys think about this whole Miss Shirley situation. It reminds me of Shirley Temple. Like, what a You know, what a comparison. You know, it's sad, but we've seen this before. And we've seen the outcome and the effects that it has had on Hollywood children. With Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, who else? Amanda Bynes. Oh my God. You know, people who we grew up watching and loving. And it's just kind of like, parents, let there be a lesson learned of what happened in the past, to be more mindful of when you are putting your children out there for the world to judge. Because Miss Shirley, not Miss Shirley, but Shirley Temple herself, girl, they thought she was a midget. And a 30-year-old midget pretending to be a child. Like, the people are cruel, basically, and protect your children. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This was kind of a fun video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. I say fun video.